Heal me till I'm truly free. Ruffle up the feathers.
Okay, it's time for another Bitt talk. This time we're going to continue on some songwriting things, but concentrating on lyrics. But I want you to first see my weird little goblin tree. It has a little psychedelic gnome and all sorts of strange stuff in it. Glow in the dark heart. All right, so songwriting. When you write lyrics to a song, good lyrics should have more than one meaning. There are lots of songs that the lyrics are like cotton candy. They don't mean much. They sort of taste good, but there's not much to them, and that's fine. There's lots of good songs that are like that. You know, they kind of repeat a phrase, or they have an idea and they repeat it, and you know, that is what it is. But good lyrics are poetry. They should express ideas, and a well-written line hopefully is open to interpretation. So there's what you're trying to say, but you say it in a way that allows the person that's hearing it to read into it what it is that's maybe a different meaning. I've actually written songs where I thought I was saying something, and when I listened to it back with the music, it actually meant even different to me than what I had originally intended. So let's have a look at some things with lyrics. We talked about the song Heal Me the other day. So let's have a look at that. I wanted to use this song because it illustrates a whole bunch of different things. One is that when you start, you got to realize that you're going to edit. Some more than others, and you can see the scribbles out and all that sort of stuff. Another thing about this particular song, I started with the guitar riff and the guitar chord pattern, and something that I will do often is I just play it until I start to hear words in my head. And what I heard was, heal me like a summer breeze. And when I started to sing it, that wasn't exactly how it didn't really fit the words, so it changed a little bit when I started to sing it. But then the idea of healing, and it was a breezy summer day, and the summer breeze, and there were lots of birds around, and so it's heal me till I am truly free is what it ends up being, instead of heal me like a summer breeze. Ruffle up the feathers, if you please. The young hawk shrieking in the trees is learning the ways of summer breeze. Originally, I was thinking the song would be Summer Breeze, which it could easily be titled that also. And there was in fact a hawk in the distance. There's hawks that nest in my neighbor's yard. And so that kind of actually just lent itself right to the song in that particular moment. Now, another thing about this particular song, that first part, the first two bits came pretty, actually the first three bits came pretty quickly. Heal me like a summer breeze, soft and fragrant summer skin, bronzed and happy like a grin. The idea was that this is a person that is looking for someone or something to kind of fulfill them. And then the use of the garden, summer bounty, garden yield, pregnant orchards, birthing field, every meaning we could know before fate buries it in snow. Again, that kind of, there is actually a garden right there. So it put the idea in my head, but it went well with the idea of the song. Then I was kind of stuck, and so I waited, and I came back out a little later in the day, and I was sitting in the yard, and I had this tune in my head, and I had the beginnings of this, and a robin was hopping around in the yard, and so Robin tilts his head and gives a wink. I wonder what he really thinks. A chirping nest to fill his time. Obviously, that can have many meanings, right? He doesn't hear his own sweet rhymes. That can be about the bird, but it can also be about the person. It could be about myself writing a song. And then again, I was kind of stuck. And so I went inside. I think I had to make dinner or something. And I came out later, and it was the evening, and it was sort of like now. And it was like this. Underneath this tree, you see the sunlight becomes mottled as it comes down through the leaves. So it's mottles covering the grass. Summer days, they go by too fast. Yeah? And again, it fits with that whole idea, somebody looking for what it is that they want, but at the same time, being said in a way that's not specifically direct, and other people listening to that will be able to read from it. And the final verse was actually that night. Stars start rising from the ground, blinking lights swirling around, sparkle magic in the air, lift away a world of care. Which again, back to that original theme of wanting to find something bigger, something to make you feel better, something to give meaning. Of course, the stars rising was fireflies. But I thought that was, all of those pieces kind of really went together. It's things that were around me at that particular moment that inspired me, but the lyrics tell a story that's both the story of being in the garden and this bigger story. And of course the arrows and all that sort of stuff on there, and you see down the margin where it says B, intro 3, that sort of thing. That has some other meaning. Those last parts are really about how the song is then going to be structured, which verses go where, what makes sense to go where, which parts go with which parts of the music. Because the song will be out tomorrow, you can listen to the whole thing. You can't just repeat the same thing over and over again. It just gets boring. And artists and art should never be boring. Ooh, I have chair reflection in my glasses. That's pretty cool. So yeah, you don't want to be boring. You don't want to just, repeat the same things over and over and over again. You don't want to try and do things that other people have already done. Certainly you want to have influences, but you don't really want to copy other people's stuff or their style or whatever, because what's the point? That's their style, not your style. All right. I think this went a little longer than I wanted to, but I hope you got something from it, and more later.